Slightly different video this week. Instead of you watching us go outside and do some chores, today you're going to be watching me go inside and deal with our pantry. Follow along and we hope you enjoy it. Oh no. I know what you're thinking. Ed, this kind of feels like we're just following you around while you have to do this big list of chores. Hope you enjoy it. The pantry is one of those rooms in the house that is good for storing lots of things, namely any food that isn't going to perish if it isn't in the fridge. So that tends to be what we use it for, but it bleeds over quite heavily. The pantry that we have is a good size, but that means that it attracts lots of stuff. So we have an avalanche of shoes that live in there that continues to grow. We've got every bag for life under the sun, completely everywhere. We've got egg stuff all around the place. So this is going to be an opportunity for us to get stuck in and gut the place. And that's what I'm going to start by doing. I'm going to start by taking everything out and then surveying all that we have and going from there. Come on then, give me a hand. We need to take all this stuff and put it in the dining room, okay? Yeah, you can grab stuff too. You grab all the boots. Huh? Yeah, go on then. You grab some stuff. Following the removal of everything in here, we're now going to have to give it a quick clean, and then I've got to work out how I'm going to be building a shelf across the bottom out of the scrap wood that we've got around the place. Let's do it. That's everything cleaned now, sprayed down, wiped, hoovered, you name it. This is now an empty room. And so we're going to be attempting to build something for the shoe rack. So I'm just going to take some measurements. "90 on the nose. Rudimentary design, but the plan is put something in along here and along there. I don't know if you can see my amazing drawings. I'm trying to put a shoe rack in there, a shoe rack in here, maybe double story, but it's all going to be out of recycled random bits of wood. So we'll see if our Frankenstein's shoe rack is going to be up for the task, or whether I've even got enough of the right wood to be able to do it. You ready? Yeah? Come on then, shall we go into the workshop? Come on then, baby. Oh yeah, bring your sword. Go on then, you lead the way. Yeah. Wow, it's one bit of wood. Okay, what's that divided by anything? 421 divided by 70. Absolutely no idea. Okay, can you put them on the sofa there? That'd be really helpful. Thanks, my darling. Yeah. Cool. More logs. Good stuff. Why did I put them in that way? That's really weird. Ta-da! Now, it really isn't pretty, but it's a shelf, and it'll allow us to stack our shoes up and get them out of the way. So there you go, bit of a recycled shelf. Now let's get on with sorting this out and getting everything back in a neat and orderly fashion. We're starting to get this in order. We have lots of these big 20 kilo sacks that we buy every year with different bits and pieces. So we've got here, this is pinhead oatmeal. We get a large one of brown rice, and buying in bulk, we buy it with the best quality we can get. for ourselves, and then it means it saves us buying lots of little ones. However, these have spent their life on the floor in here, which is okay. There's nothing particularly wrong with that, but it's just now coming to the point where we want to get them stored in boxes out the way. So I'm going to empty this into this one here and hope that this will fill it and no more. It's almost like I planned that, but that is fitting there perfectly. So we'll just need to write 25 kilo bag that's got into this 40 litre container. Now I'm going to need Mary's help, quite honestly, for a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to get things moving and in, but she's going to need to give me a steer of where she wants things. In terms of usability and things that are close to your hands, we want high traffic items, nice and close, and then things that we don't use, stored up and out the way. Sounds like common sense, because it is. Right, to spare you watching me fill up a pantry, I think we're going to cut there, and then we'll take you back as soon as the pantry's filled. Using editing magic. 3, 2, 1. And as if by magic, not without a few moments of moving lots of bits and pieces around. But here we go, this is the finished article of the pantry. Now I know what you're thinking. Ed, looks great. How long is it going to be tidy for? I'd give it a week, maybe 2 weeks. I think the plan is to try and be super diligent in terms of putting things back where we find them, particularly the shoes, now that they've got a rack and they've got their own space. But you can see behind me, so we've got all the baking stuff on this along here. We canned goods over here. We've then got breads and fajitas on this side, bits and pieces that we regularly, that we don't use as much. So you've got your kitchen roll that we don't need everywhere. Obviously tissues, some bits and pieces in terms of appliances, and then along the top, we've got pastas, some bits for breakfast, and then all of the bits and pieces for specific recipes that we were buying when we went through a phase of trying to make Chinese takeaway. You can see that they've been used possibly once and then kept forever. And then all of our egg cartons and egg boxes ready for the egg production to pick up in the summer. And down the bottom, appliances that we use most days, so the KitchenAid, and then the the whizzer, we'll call it, a frother, and then just your potatoes and bits and pieces there. We've got the blind here, this goes down, the blind will stay down then. The lights will be off, it'll be nice and dark in here and cool in here. But that is pantry ticked off the list for today, and hopefully for the foreseeable. Those of you that follow me on Instagram will recognise the giant oak tree over my shoulder from one of our posts. Well, it was yesterday that it went up. If you do like this content, then please do subscribe, please give us thumbs up, please comment. It's helpful to know your thoughts as well when it comes to the videos. What did you enjoy, what didn't you enjoy? We're starting to find our rhythm at the moment. But we just really do appreciate you guys coming along for the ride with us as we do bits and pieces around the homestead. We try and bring some order to the chaos around us, and we start to prepare ourselves that we're able to be self-sufficient. We're able to raise our children in a way that allows them to be self-sufficient with a great love of the outdoors and the ability to raise poultry and grow their own food. And it's just the lifestyle that we want to pass on to them and for them to pass on to the generations after them. So that's it for today. Really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Bye for now. Good. It's on the wrong way round. Turn it round.